A 5-year promissory note for $5,500 plus interest, evaluated at 6.75% compounded semi-annually, is going to be sold 18 months before its maturity date for $6,500. Let's try to determine what monthly compounded nominal rate of return the buyer is going to realize on the investment. Let's take a look at a time diagram to help us figure out this scenario. I've gone ahead and I've marked the three important time steps. We have today, we have 5 years from today, or 60 months, and then we have 18 months before our maturity date, which I've represented here as the 42-month mark. So I've put down that amount of $5,500 today. That's the 5-year promissory note. Let's go ahead and try to calculate the future value of this note using that rate of 6.75% compounded semi-annually. So we're going to take our 5,500, multiply by 1 plus I, and then we need to determine the power we need here, or the value for n. This is a semi-annual rate, and the term of our investment is 5 years. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. Performing this multiplication, we get a future value of $7,665.10. And here's where we're now going to relate back to the buyer. 5 years from today, our buyer as an output is going to have $7,665.10. Their input is going to be $6,500. So let's go ahead and try to calculate the monthly compounded nominal rate they're going to get by comparing these two values. I'm going to take the 7,665.1 as the future value and 6,500 as the present value or principal amount. So applying our formula for I, we can start out like this. We just need to figure out what to put in for the value of n. In our case, we're looking for a monthly compounded rate, so let's take the frequency number to be 12. We also know that the distance between the 42-month mark and the 60-month mark is going to be 18 months. So multiplying t and f together, we should get that n is equal to 18. So let's go ahead and start programming this into the calculator. Let's take our 7665.1 and let's divide by 6,500. I'm going to hit the equals button here, and then we need to raise this number to the power of 1 over 18. So y to the x, open bracket, 1 divided by 18. Close that bracket, hit the equals button, and then let's subtract 1 from that. So here is our periodic interest rate. So I just copied that decimal number down, and what we're going to do to finish off the question is just remember that the nominal rate divided by the frequency number should be equal to this decimal number that we just calculated. And we know that the frequency number in our case was 12, so in order to solve for r, we're going to take this value and multiply by 12. Pulling up our calculator, let's go ahead and multiply that decimal number by 12, and we get about 0.1104. So this tells us that the monthly compounded rate that the buyer is going to realize on their investment is going to be about 11.04% compounded monthly.